Hello and welcome to another video. It's Friday the 3rd of November 2023 and we're going to have a walk around Kidsgrove in the autumn, see if we can see any famous colours of the trees using the new DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is an amazing camera. I'm very impressed with it. And so far the footage I've taken has been absolutely spectacular. So I'm walking down Ravenscliff Road in Kidsgrove and we've got some cottages there on the right hand side, and straight in front of me we've got the woods. We've got a new house that's been built here. That's worth quite a lot of money, I would imagine. And this is Ravenscliff Road, which does lead us to the entrance of Bathpool Park. So let's have a wander along here. We've got quite a few leaves on the floor there, which have fell off the trees. We've got a pumpkin on the floor there from Halloween. So Ravenscliff Road at this part is quite a narrow, sort of a single track road, and during school run in the morning and in the afternoon it's quite exciting to drive along here. Car after car comes and nobody can pass. As I say, it is autumn and the trees are turning here. They haven't turned as much as I thought they would have done yet, but we've got plenty of leaves on the road. As we come along Ravenscliff Road here now to the entrance of Bathpool, we have got some older cottages again, and one up for sale there. And some of these cottages have got places to pull your car in or your van. We've got a newer house that somebody's built there. Look at this truck, big wheels on that. So we're coming now to the end of Ravenscliff Road and we're at the junction with Boathorse Road, and directly in front of me we've got the entrance to Bathpool Park. The narrow road to the left, that does take you up to the Rifleman pub, which is quite a popular pub in Kidsgrove. So we're looking along Boathorse Road there, and we've got the houses on the right hand side. So I think what we'll do now is we'll have a quick walk into Bathpool and let's have a look at the trees, the autumn colours. So at the entrance now at Bathpool Park, and there's the Bathpool Park sign. This path will lead you directly to the lake, but I think what I might do when I've just had a look at the Bathpool notice board is go down the back path, which goes through the woodland area and eventually does bring me at the lake. So we've got there the Bathpool notice board giving you all different notes and different things of what's happening in Kidsgrove. At the entrance of Bathpool here we've got quite a few trees. They are now changing colour and we've got a lot of leaves actually gathering there on the grass that have fell off the trees. So like I said, I think we'll go the back way through the woods and eventually come out by the lake. To get to the back way I have to just go through the car park, and straight ahead of me is the more woodland area that leads to the lake. Very wet, very damp today. We have had quite a lot of rain this morning, so no doubt as I walk through this area it'll possibly be quite sludgy. Let's take a look. So we've got a tree there that must have broke off the tree or fell down at some point. I don't know how long ago that was. As I'm going through this wooded area, I'm quite amazed really. The trees in this particular spot haven't really changed much. They're still quite green. But we've got a lot of trees everywhere. So it is quite a woodland area. As I said to you, we have had a lot of rain. So this area at the moment is very wet, very muddy. Look at it there, thick mud and leaves everywhere. So we'll carry along walking the path, and we are heading towards the lake of Bathpool. Very peaceful along here, quite quiet, not a lot of people here. And we're walking along the left hand side of the rugby or the football pitches. We have got quite a bit of wind here blowing at me, so I hope the microphone is doing its job and cutting the wind noise out. Let's see, because like I say, this is a test as well really for the new DJI Osmo Pocket 3 with the new DJI microphone on it. The path is running along the side of the railway track as well. I haven't seen any trains yet, so probably quite quiet and not a lot of trains running. Loads and loads of mud again here. Very wet, very sludgy. And we have got a train there going through Bathpool Park. So we're continuing along the path here, and as I said before, very surprised. The leaves haven't really changed much in this area. This tree has started changing slightly, but nothing seriously yet. Now, I do think it's just starting rain again, so I'm going to have to get my umbrella. Put my umbrella up. It's just started pouring down with rain again. We've got another train dashing through there. So when I said it wasn't very busy, that wasn't true. I've just seen 2 trains in the matter of 5 minutes. So we've got there the first bridge, and I'll cross that now, and as we cross that you will see the lake of Bathpool Park. So we've soon got there, coming this way. So we'll cross the bridge and we'll have a look at the lake. We've got quite a lot of water here holding, so it looks like it's going to get us feet wet time. So we've just got through that quite deep water there, and straight in front of me we've got Bathpool ski slope. Doesn't look like that's open today, and it doesn't look like there's anybody on there. So I'm just approaching now the lake of Bathpool Park, so let's have a look at that. Very beautiful area here. We've got ducks and swans normally on this lake. I can see the ducks, but I can't see any swans yet. the trees. If you have a look at the trees there, they are changing. Let's have a look across at the football rugby pitch, and again I'll zoom in onto the tree, which I have zoomed in onto the trees. They are changing, not brilliantly changed, but at least we have got some colour. So what we'll do, I think, is have a walk along by the lake. I think the rain's actually stopped again now, so I'm just going to put my umbrella down, and then we'll take a stroll along the lake, round the top edge and back to this point here. I can't see any swans, and then I've just taken a few steps along the path and we've got a family of swans sitting there. Beautiful. Quite a few leaves in the water there. It does say there no swimming, thin ice in the winter, so what we will do in the winter, we will have a walk around here and show you when it's all frozen up, and hopefully I might even have a walk around when it's snowed and show you a snow scene. I'm walking along the side of the railway. We've got a nice seat there which has been dedicated to some boxer. We're coming to another seat here. That's got some flowers, so all these first two seats are dedicated to people. Lovely and peaceful here, very, very quiet. Another seat there, and that has had some flowers on it at some point. So the sky today is very, very stormy. What I didn't realise, and I haven't seen before, I don't know whether you can actually see it on my film there, by the ski slope, there's a mobile phone tower right in the centre of the picture. I don't know how long that's been there. So we've got a bit of blue sky mixed in with all the dark clouds, and I think very much soon it will start to rain again. I'll keep on going along the left hand side of the lake. Now this lake, on our channel we have got some drone footage, and what I did there, I started flying the drone where we initially started walking along the lake, and I did fly my drone straight to the other end of the lake and then came back. That is absolutely spectacular footage, well worth having a look at. Look at the colours and the reflections that the camera's picking up in the water. This DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is just a game changer. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm filming in 4K 60 at the moment, which is what I do normally film in, and it does give us some spectacular footage. Let's just zoom in on that tree, which is turning quite a gorgeous colour. It's gone from the yellow and it's now going red. So Bathpool Park years and years ago was on the TV quite a lot. It was where the Black Panther murdered Leslie Whittle. There is a video on our channel again telling you all about that, so well worth finding, well worth watching. That was quite a big murder case back in the 70s. I think it was about 1973 when that happened. There's a small train coming through again, so there has been quite a few trains coming through on the line while I've been walking along here today. plenty of seats, so on a lovely summer day you can just come here, bring a drink, bring some food, have a picnic and chill out looking over the beautiful lake. Fantastic, absolutely amazing. So I've got the umbrella up again now and the rain has come on quite heavy. Let's zoom into the water, see if it's picking up the rain dropping into the water there, which I think it is quite clearly. These places here, you do get a lot of fishermen coming here, setting up for the day, the night or the weekend. None today, so possibly it's Friday today, so probably tomorrow or Sunday you will get quite a few fishermen here fishing. Imagine if you were a fisherman and you do set up here at night, it's very, very peaceful. I should imagine Bathpool does get quite quiet and you can have a lovely relaxing time sitting, fishing, chilling out, especially in the summer on a nice warm evening. We've got quite a few ducks here now on the water. They are all messing around like by a weed area, so there's a bit of weed in the water where they are. In the middle of the lake there, we're coming up to Bathpool Lake Island. I don't think that's accessible and I don't think it ever has been. But I should imagine there's a lot of wildlife living on there. Be interesting to go across there at some point if you ever can and have a look around. So the weeds, I thought, were basically just leaves in the water. It did look to me as if there was weed in there. I've got another train coming through. That looks like one of the big intercities. That's probably coming again from London. Again, looking over the lake, we've got the very stormy sky there, but it does make an absolute beautiful picture with the shadows, the trees, the autumn scenes. Turning out quite wet now, so the rain is coming down quite hard. I was in two minds when I set out to do this walk, whether to bring an umbrella. I'm glad I did, else I would have had to stop filming and I would have been quite wet. So all in all, a good job I did bring my umbrella. Look at the rain hitting the water there and making a pattern as it falls into the lake. This year has been very, very wet in the UK. I would say most days we've had rain, but we have also had some absolute torrential rain where we've had floods and it's ripped the roads up and flooded houses. We're just having another look before we move on of the island at Bathpool Park, and we've got some ducks there, really happy, sitting in the rain, swimming about, exploring. So it looks like the rain's finishing now and the sun's trying to break through again. So at the end of the lake now, and as I say, this is where we've virtually got to the top end, and in the water here there is quite a few lily patches. In the summer you get a lot of lilies in this area. So if we have a look down that way now, we've got a little bit more blue sky coming and it looks beautiful, very, very peaceful. So I'm carrying on now round the top end of the lake. We'll go round the top end of the lake, and as we go round the top end of the lake I will show you Kidsgrove Beach, a small area that they've made here, and they've made like a sandy beach for the children in the summer or whenever to play in. Very wet, puddles everywhere again. We have just had a very, very heavy shower. Again, I'm quite surprised here. The trees, they are changing, but they haven't changed a great deal. So I think what we'll have to do in another week is probably come round again and have a look, see if there are any more brighter colours on the leaves. Look at the water here in the grass. We've had that much rain, it's absolutely waterlogged. So we've got a nice picnic table there, well preserved, all nice and clean, painted green. Beautiful place to bring a picnic and come sit here and enjoy a peaceful afternoon with a picnic. The view here, absolutely beautiful, very peaceful. We've got the stormy sky and the blue sky reflecting in the water. What a picture that makes, beautiful. We've got the trees there that we're zooming into, changing colour. They are on the island of Bathpool Lake. Got some beautiful old big trees. Look at the thickness of that and how tall it is, and the branches. We've got another seat here, very well kept, painted blue. Another beautiful place to sit, relax and look at the view of the lake. That seat I've just been showing you, if you were sitting there, this is the view you'd be getting, and it's absolutely spectacular. Dying off red berries there on this particular tree. This tree here with its long branch sticking out. The leaves have gone very autumnish and are turning colour, dying and dropping off onto the grass. As you can see there, quite a lot have dropped off. I'll leave the top end of the lake. Looking straight in front of me there, that's the road and the path that you can walk along. You go under a tunnel, so the railway actually crosses from the left to the right of you, and you would end up in Chackley, which is near Tunstall. It's on a bank called Peacock's Hay. So I'll continue walking, and I'm now walking down the right hand side of the lake, and I'm heading back towards the entrance of Bathpool Park. We've got in front of us here on the right another picnic table, and again on a lovely day that would be an absolute spectacular place to bring a picnic and have a lovely afternoon. Now, I did mention to you about Kidsgrove Beach, and here now by this picnic table is where Kidsgrove Beach actually is. So that there, when it's nice and dry, is quite sandy for kids to play. So this is the small lake of Bathpool. So we've got the small lake in front of us here, and the big lake is just to the side there. I think what I'll do, I will walk now in between the two lakes and we can show you both of them. Looking at this little lake where Kidsgrove Beach is, it is quite full. Normally here there is more of a beach, but we've had a lot of rain in the past few days, so obviously the lake has filled up and come over the beach. I'm going to go this way, but it is quite muddy, so I'll have to pick the track I'm going to take. We've got plenty of leaves on the floor, fell off the trees. Very, very sludgy here, so I'm walking more on the leaves and on the grass area more than being on the path. So we'll just have another quick look at the small lake there. This side we've got the big lake. Leaves all over the grass. Now, I don't know how close I can get to this, but I'm walking quite slow here because directly in front of me, and I will try zoom in a little bit. Oh, we had a stork, but he has just flown off. And he has landed on Kidsgrove beach. So right by the tree in the centre of the picture, there is a stork there. I don't know whether you can actually see that, but he's looking into the water. He's obviously hungry and he's after some fish to catch. So we'll carry on. We're now looking at the big lake again. We've passed the small lake and we're looking directly across the big lake. Plenty of leaves fell in the water there. We've got a life jacket station there, so if anybody falls in you can throw your life jacket in to save. A bench there to sit on in the shade just under the tree, so on a nice summer's day you could be sitting there. This tree would shade you, and I'll show you now the view you'd get as you're sitting on that seat. That's the view you'd be looking at. Spectacular. Again, look at the reflections in the water, the blue sky, the clouds, the storm clouds, and straight across on the island we've got that beautiful tree which the leaves are all changing and starting to drop off. Looks beautiful. Final look now at the small lake. Oh, the stork has just taken off, so I don't know where he was going, but then people walking across the other side must have scared him and he's gone into flight, taken off and gone on his way. So we'll keep on heading now down the side of the big lake. We've got another chair there to sit and admire the view and the water. Just going through a section here again where it's very, very slippy, very, very sludgy. So I've just got to watch me step, watch I don't slip or slide. And again, on this seat, it must be a seat in memorial of somebody, because somebody's laid flowers on there again. Sitting on that seat, that's the view you would have. This part of Bathpool to the left of the path as we're walking down the side of the lake. Very, very wooded area. But again, we've got some trees that have shed all the leaves, and most of the trees they haven't at the moment. So it's a very peaceful walk. To the right of me we've got the lake. To the left of me we've got the quite thick woodland area. If you did walk through that woodland area, that would take you to Clough Hall. The lake is looking absolutely beautiful. Straight across the lake we've got where we've just walked up at the side of the railway. Plenty of seats again here. So again, you can sit, relax and enjoy the spectacular view. So we've got the trees here changing a bit as well. Leaves have gone quite brown and golden there. Same Bathpool as private fishing. So you've obviously got to get a licence to fish here if you haven't got a licence. then you really shouldn't be fishing. Very good pathway through this side, well tarmacked. Obviously with it being raining, very, very wet, probably a lot of leaves. The roots of the trees there are breaking the pathway up. Autumn colours on the trees again. Looking spectacular. More seats. We've got a bird on top of the rubbish bin there, just flown away. Very dense woodland area there. Loads of leaves fell off the trees and lying rotting on the ground there. We carry on here. We've got two trees there, really, really beautiful. Autumn colours. Leaves dropping onto the pathway. Looks spectacular. Let's have a closer look at the colour. Let's zoom in or zoom out. We were zoomed in. A lot of leaves here lying on the floor. Lovely carpet of them. Looks absolutely fantastic. And as I say, look at the trees. They are amazing. So I'll carry on walking at the side of the lake towards the far end of the lake again, where we started from. Again, very, very muddy, very wet, but beautiful and very, very peaceful. So as I'm walking along here now, we're walking along the side of the lake and it does look absolutely amazing. I'm getting now to the end of the lake. So let's just have a look at the lake before we get to the end, and then we will just have a quick look across the lake from the front. Directly in front of me we've got the ski slope, which I did show you earlier on the video. The rain is coming on again now, so I've had to put the umbrella back up. Good job I brought it. So this part of the lake is where it actually drains off if it's overfull. I'll have a look when we get there in a second if any is overflowing. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't, because as I have said to you, we have had a lot of rain. And the answer to that question is yes, the lake is very, very full, and the spillway to the lake, there's quite a lot of water going down it. So we're at the start of the lake again, virtually where we started walking around it. It's absolutely throwing it down with rain, but I'm enjoying the walk because I've got my umbrella and I'm staying quite dry, so I can still film and bring you some amazing footage of Bathpool Park. We're now looking up the lake towards the island. The sky is very, very stormy, and I'm zooming in there now for you onto the island of the lake. You can see the rain in the water. The ducks are loving it. They aren't bothered in any way, shape or form. This area here now where I'm actually walking, when I told you earlier on in the film where we flew the drones from, this is where I actually stood and I flew the drone straight across the lake, over the island, had a look at Kidsgrove beach and then flew back across the water to this point here. And the footage that gave us was absolutely spectacular. We've got there now the football pitch or the rugby pitch, depending what you want to do, whether you want to play football or rugby. That in the middle of the screen now is the spillway where the overflow water does go, and that goes all the way down there along the side of the football pitch and into the drains. The ducks there looking for food. So in front of us again we've got the ski slope. I think it is still open, but I think they only probably do use it on a Saturday and Sunday, and probably only through the summer months. Let me know if you do know if it is open during the winter. So we're walking down here now towards the bridge, which used to be the ski slope. We've got the spillway again there, and as you can see the water is flowing down there very, very fast. So that means Bathpool is really, really full. 100 I said to you a minute ago is where they did extend the ski slope quite a few years ago, but I think this particular part of it now is closed. There's the ski slope building, so when the ski slope is opened you can get all your refreshments and everything from there. And again you can see how much rain we've had. Look at the flooding, and in the flood we've got all the reflections of the sky. So we're walking now along the side of the playing fields, and I'm heading now towards the entrance of Bathpool Park. As we walk down here there is a children's play area. You do get a lot of dogs coming through here. Now what I don't like is most of the dogs are off leads. That particular post there we've got CCTV, so that would tell me it probably is quite rough down here at night, and they're monitoring the situation with CCTV cameras. And as we come along here, the council have put up some different equipment for you to exercise on. So every 100 yards or so there is a different exercise machine. Back there before we go to the ski slope area, trees are changing. We've got the autumn colours, and we've actually got some blue sky. So even though I've got the umbrella up and it's raining, we have got a patch of blue sky there. Mild while I'm walking today. I did think from how it felt earlier on it was going to be quite a cold walk, but I have felt okay and I haven't felt too cold, just very, very wet. So we're coming up here now to the next exercise machine. This is one you sit on and pull down, so I'd imagine that does trim your arms. Quite a big branch of a tree there that's obviously at some point fell down. You can see the tree stump just above that it's fell from. I don't know when that happened or how long ago that was. Leaves on the floor, all lovely golden colour. We've got another exercise machine coming up. You stand on that and looks like you row on it. We're coming up to the children's playground. It is half term this week, but obviously with the weather being so bad today and it being so wet, we haven't got any children playing there. You've got like a baseball or a volleyball court there. Nobody on that again. And we've got 2 picnic tables by the children's play area, so you could bring a picnic, have a picnic, and your children could have a lovely play in the play area. So we've got slides, climbing frames, swings, rocking horses. So there's a lot for them to play on. Another look back there before we head on at the park, the playing fields and the trees as they change in colour. Going up to yet another exercise machine. I think there's this one and one more to go. The leaves in this area, very colourful. Lovely autumn scene there for you. A lot of the trees, the leaves have fell and they are quite bare. A blanket of leaves again there. Looking at the trees, they are still quite green, but we have got a blanket of leaves there, so obviously a lot have changed and a lot have fell. It does look awesome. We've got another exercise machine there. I'm not sure whether that's the last one in the park. Could be. We'll carry on walking and have a look and see if there is any more. Very, very wet, very, very muddy again in that area. Oh, there is another exercise machine here. The rain's just come on heavy again. And as we go through this area, it does look very autumny. We've got the leaves changing on the trees, and we've got a lot of leaves on the floor, which is made a carpet. Now here, on the right hand side, we've got the wall to the railway bridge. So that's the main railway line, and the railway has got a tunnel there, and it goes under Bathpool Park and eventually comes out right near Kidsgrove station. And there is the entrance to the tunnel for you. Beautiful stone wall they've built for the tunnel, and they've put this capping on it here, so it makes it very difficult to climb up it and look at the railway. I suppose they've done that really so you can't climb up and fall onto the tracks. And we have got yet another exercise machine here as we're coming towards the end of Bathpool Park. Plenty of leaves on the grass. Very autumn scene. Very wet, very damp, very muddy. That's exactly what I was saying to you earlier on. People do come down here and let the dogs go loose. I really don't agree with that. I do think they should always be on a leash. Terrible if you've got dogs and you get a dog attack. So I think they ought to make it where the dogs ought to always be on a lead. So I'm getting now back to the entrance of Bathpool. Had a lovely walk around, beautiful scenery, a lovely look at the lake. So we'll start heading back towards home. It's absolutely throwing it down with rain again now. I think what I'll do is head towards home along Boathorse Road, so you can just have a quick look there. We'll just have a final look at Bathpool Park before we go. And as I say, I will keep my eyes on how the trees are, and we may come back when there's more autumn foliage and show you that. I'm headed out of the park now and I'm heading towards Boathorse Road. It is very muddy, a lot of leaves on the floor. We've got a carpet of leaves on the road at the junction of Ravenscliff Road. We are approaching Boathorse Road now. We've got a nice big white house there, and the houses which we'll see on the right hand side in a minute, they're called the Poets Estate, and the houses along this particular part of the road are kept absolutely immaculate. Look at the archway to that house there, all the moss on the roof. It does look spectacular. So this is Boathorse Road. As I say, we have got the Poets Estate houses. They do keep these houses very, very clean, very, very tidy, and really do look after them. Speed ramps along this road. When you're actually driving along here, they are a nuisance. They're very, very high, and it does bounce your car quite a lot. To the left here, we've got a very, very wooded area again, which does lead you back into Bathpool Park. So we'll carry on along Boathorse Road. Got a car coming here now. You will see him bounce over the speed hump. It is raining very, very heavy again now. What I don't like about this road is these grass verges on the pavement. You've got all the nice houses at the side, and I think the grass verges do spoil it. We'll cross over, get on the pavement. I don't know whether you can hear the rain on the umbrella, but it is coming down very, very heavy now. Hope it does dry up later, because we are filming for Monumental Fireworks, who are based in Kidsgrove, and they are doing a performance tonight at Kidsgrove Athletic Football Club. So I hope it dries up so it isn't a washout, and everybody does have a lovely evening there at the firework display. Beautiful cactus plant there in somebody's garden. So we'll head up Tennyson Avenue now towards the gully, in the gully will lead me to Ravenscliff Road, back home, and when I get there I'll do some editing and get you this video ready to watch. So I hope you've enjoyed this video I've done for you today. If you have, please like and subscribe to the channel. It's completely free to subscribe, and also hit the notification bell, and that will give you notifications of any new videos we load up in the future. So I will end the video here, but don't forget, we are doing the fireworks tonight at Kidsgrove Athletic, so watch out for that video. It should be awesome. I'll see you soon, and thank you very much for watching. We'll give you a bonus here just before I do stop filming, and I've just walked along to this tree, and this colour of this one looks absolutely spectacular. See you soon.